Tuesday, April 22nd, 2024, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Investigators with the Department of Justice are executing a search warrant that did not originate from a neighborhood complaint or a recent incident. The operation was the result of an undercover investigation launched weeks earlier when a profile managed by investigators, presenting as a minor, received ongoing contact from an adult. Through that interaction, agents gathered enough evidence, confirmed the suspect's identity, and obtained judicial authorization to intervene at this residence. What we see here is the moment when a digital investigation moves into the physical world, marking the formal beginning of a criminal case.
Gotcha. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
What is she wearing?
No, hold on. Wait for Ted.
Waiting for Ted.
Hey kids are going back.
Search warrant. Announce yourself there. Police! Open the door!
I would step up there.
Open up, yes. Police Department, search warrant!
Police Department, search warrant! Open the door!
For the agents, entering this home is not an exploratory step. They already know exactly who lives here. Jenletli Mocampu, age 38, had been identified weeks before through electronic records collected during the operation. Technical data tied to his online activity connected him directly to this address in southeast Albuquerque. What's not visible on camera is the thorough verification behind this moment. Before approaching the door, investigators had already confirmed his identity, his residential history, and the link between his devices and the communications detected during the operation. At this stage, the priority is to secure the scene while ensuring that any active devices cannot be altered. In a case without a physical victim, the investigation relies entirely on digital material recovered from the suspect's electronic equipment.
Police Department, search warrant! Exit your residence now! We got some more coming. Can you just run this real quick?
I mean,
For us, yes, but I know there's been things that have happened around this area as well. Thank you so much.
Holly, can you see about getting her some shoes or something? Thank you.
But for us, no, yeah, we haven't had any issues in terms of that or anything, but
Good. I mean, like, it looks like it's down there, you know? It's close to
yeah, and the next door after this
No, you gotta keep coming this way. He's gonna swing that way.
And we will, and I'll tell you everything that's going on, right?
It doesn't seem like he wants risk management paperwork today.
I mean, we're just gonna go sit right here. This is smart.
The dog is sitting on the couch, super chill, barely lifted a head. Sticky note.
7 minutes now, brother.
Maybe get some help.
Oh, these plants keep smacking me.
As the search continues inside the residence, the team's focus shifts to protecting the elements that sustain the case. In investigations involving electronic solicitation, the evidence lies in digital records, devices, accounts, connection histories, and metadata that allow investigators to reconstruct the sequence of communication. What doesn't appear on camera is the technical process guiding the search. Agents look for consistencies between the devices seized and the previously collected data. Email accounts, timestamps, activity patterns. Their goal is not to seize items at random, but to trace the digital path that led to identifying the suspect as the person behind the profile, interacting with someone he believed was a minor. At the same time, another question emerges: whether this behavior was limited to the undercover operation, or if there are indications of a broader pattern. That determination will influence how prosecutors present the case moving forward.
What was your first name, sir?
Jen Letley?
Jen?
Jen Letley?
Jen Letley.
Yeah, you call me Lee for short.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I think, from my understanding, what the plan is, I believe they're going to place you under arrest and they're going to book you into MDC. We're going to transport you up there. Is there any property? There's something around your neck right now?
Oh, this is my headphones. Sorry.
Okay. Is there any other property you'd like me to leave at the house?
No, I mean, I'm not able to take anything else, electronics or anything like that.
The only thing, no, I think they're going to be seizing your phone. Most of the time, like a wallet, phone, like personal property, if you have like personal jewelry or stuff. But once you get there, they're going to take that away and put it in a bag for you anyway. So a lot of times it's just easier if you just go with nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if they. So I have an IT band issue right now.
IT band?
Yeah, there's a muscle right here.
Okay.
So that's why I'm kind of limping around. If we're going MDC, I was unaware that I probably would need my crutches to help, or unless you guys have like a mode of transportation there.
Once we get there, they could help you out. Like they have wheelchairs and like a gurney. I mean, worst case scenario.
Right.
So I don't think you'll be needing that.
Yeah, I just have a hard time walking without assistance. So that's the only limitation I have.
Okay.
And then I hate to be blunt, but am I being arrested?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're going to place you under arrest and they're going to book you. We're going to transport and they'll book you too. They're finishing up the search now. They're just looking through all the electronics. And then they'll leave you a copy of the search warrant at the house here. So, that being said, I'm going to put handcuffs on you, and they're going to go in your back. When you do in your back, if you feel right here,
Yes. Oh,
This is where your elbows are going to go.
okay.
Just giving you an idea. So that's
Are you going to be the one transporting me? Bishop?
no, Detective Bishop is, but I'm going to be following in that white truck.
I just would like to have someone to talk. I've never been to this
No, it's
situation,
fine.
so I'm
Yeah.
scared, of course.
He's super chill, so he'll,
Yeah, I just want to know like what comes through this process.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have you step out, put handcuffs on you, I'll step you back in. It'll probably be like, I'm hoping like 30 minutes because they're just finishing up the arrest warrant. And then we're gonna drive straight to MDC, which is way out there on the west side in the middle of nowhere, the southwest. Once we get there, it's gonna take maybe like 30 minutes to an hour to get you all completely booked in because we have to give them the paperwork, they'll go through your property, and then they'll have you go through the metal detector. And then once you get in there, they'll take your photo, and then you'll get placed in. Once you're there, that's when you figure out telephone or electronically, a judge will get with you, and then they'll determine your release. So we have nothing to do with that. That's all between the courts, and MDC puts you in front of the judge to make that happen.
Is that when I can request attorney help at MDC? Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so I know you don't have the answers at the point it does now, so I could either be released, while being there after me and the judge, or being withheld. Is that when the bond thing comes into play? And how does that?
It's all dependent on the individual and the judge. And with you, I believe there's no criminal history.
No.
There's no hands-on offense accusation. Hands-on mean an actual physical perpetration. This one's all electronic. So I would, if I were a guessing man, and this is just me guessing,
I appreciate your guessing.
I would say they're probably going to release you on some sort of bond or release on your own recognizance. And I would imagine either later today or at the very latest tomorrow morning.
Got it.
That's what I would guess.
And then when I get released, I would have to make arrangements for someone to pick me up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And they'll help you out with that.
Okay. And will I, when it comes to my cell phone, because I don't remember a lot of the phone numbers I have, would I get my cell phone at MDC?
No, they're going to seize your cell phone for evidence. Do you know your girlfriend's number? Who would you call?
I would call my girlfriend. I guess my girlfriend, yeah.
And then what? Do you know her number?
It's 9801706, but I would want to double check that.
I'll go double check.
Yeah, if possible.
Let me confirm her number.
Mokampu's calm demeanor stands in sharp contrast to the seriousness of the process and the digital evidence already confirmed by investigators. In undercover operations, reactions usually include surprise or confusion. He instead listens carefully, nods, and asks procedural questions. This type of response is often seen in individuals who may not fully grasp the legal implications of their actions. Off camera, investigators already know the extent of the communication. It continues for several weeks, involving sensitive material sent by him, repeated attempts to arrange a meeting, and a statement acknowledging that the other person was not an adult. The combination, frequency, insistence, and awareness of the age presented is what places the case under New Mexico's statute for electronic solicitation. For the investigators, the focus is on the gap between his outwardly calm behavior and the intent revealed in the documented communication. His demeanor may indicate that he does not fully understand the consequences, but it also reflects a common pattern in online-based offenses. Individuals who do not perceive their conduct as criminal because no in-person contact occurred, even though the law clearly defines it as an offense.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just hoping to get your number for him. He just wants to confirm your number that he remembers the right number.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, let me see your sleeve.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You can write. How about you just write on your own sleeve? How's that? Sure. Sorry, I just gave you garbage. Here you go. Take care of my garbage.
Would I be able to make a phone call?
Yeah.
Maybe not immediately while I'm there, but
yeah, you'll be. They have all that stuff there.
Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about is as long as there's a wheelchair option, it's just the mobile.
Yeah, you're not going to be walking a whole lot anyway.
Okay,
once we get there, you're going to be sitting right away.
That's the only concern.
Yeah. All right, come on, step out.
Yeah.
And then you can put the hands together like you're praying. It's going to be a little more comfortable. There you go. Yep.
And you said elbows go in the divots?
Yeah. And they may at times feel a little tight. However, I promise, like I can fit my pinky in there, so they're not as tight as they may feel.
No, it feels okay.
And I'm going to double lock it so they don't cinch on you. And make sure these are locked in. They're good to go, sir. All right, you're good to sit down.
And I'm sorry, you said I don't need a ID or wallet, right?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, do me a favor, look to your left real quick. Let me get you. Thank you. I'm going to leave this down until we start driving, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Oops.
The search warrant would mark the operational ending of an investigation that began on a digital platform and concluded in the 2nd Judicial District Court. After reviewing the devices and formalizing the charge, the case proceeded under child solicitation by electronic communication device, a 4th-degree felony in New Mexico. Despite the extensive digital evidence, weeks of messages, sensitive material, and requests to meet, the case did not result in a prison sentence. In January of 2025, the suspect received 3 years of supervised probation, a system that requires ongoing monitoring, specific conditions, and the possibility of revocation if he fails to comply. Like many cases arising from undercover operations, this one highlights the environment in which online exploitation currently occurs. Anonymous platforms, casual-seeming contact, and conduct that, even without physical interaction, falls within well-defined criminal statutes. For the New Mexico Department of Justice, this intervention reflects a broader effort to identify while preventing online-based risks. And for the justice system, the message remains consistent. The law responds to intent and documented behavior, regardless of the absence of an in-person meeting or the fact that the other party was an undercover investigator.